Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Grady Physics. So this is video 4 on chapter 3rd of class 11th. In this video, we talk about topics average velocity and average speed. Before reading about these topics, we know that what is position, path length and displacement. तो अगर आपको ये सब के बारे में नहीं पता है तो आप मेरी प्रीवियस वीडियोस में देख सकते हैं. नीचे लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में मैंने दे रखी है. So without wasting the time, let's start the video. Average velocity. What do you mean by average velocity? So average velocity is a concept that measures the displacement of an object over time. It means जो हमारी average velocity होती है वो होती है total displacement upon total time. So average velocity can mathematically be described as the average rate of change in position over time, where xi and xf denoted the initial and final positions of the body. Thus, average velocity is a physical concept consistent with the mathematical concept average rate of change. Observe that average velocity only concerns that initial and final positions of the object regardless of the path it takes. Now, we take some examples on average velocity. So there is an object on the x-axis moves from x is equals to x to 10, which is minus 2 over 3 seconds. Find the average velocity magnitude. So first in this question we will note what is given or what is not. So here xi is 10, xf is minus 2 and time 3 seconds. Now we will minus final velocity into initial velocity upon time. We got here our answer, which is minus 4. So this is our first example on average velocity. Now we will take many examples to understand what is actually average velocity mean. Before introducing more problems about velocity itself, let's introduce the distinction between speed and velocity, as most people generally confuse them. So here we started what is speed and what is velocity. Our first one is speed. Speed is a scalar quantity that refers to how fast and slow an object is moving. Okay, and second one is velocity. Velocity is a vector that indicates the rate at which an object changes its position. So this is the simple definitions of speed and velocity. We can define speed and velocity in other words. Speed is just a number, for example 3 meters per second, while velocity is a vector, that is, it has a direction and an associated value. Where velocity can be thought as an extension of speed. The speed receives the attribute direction, but the velocity has now two components, its direction and its value. It is also worth mentioning that the speed corresponding to a velocity is called the magnitude of the velocity. So this is our speed and velocity. Now let's go back to the velocity and its calculation. Our next example is if a creature crawls 4 meters east and 3 meters north over 10 seconds, what is the magnitude of its velocity? So here in this example we will consider east as in positive x direction and north as in positive y direction. Then the creature's displacement vector will be 4, 3. Therefore, the magnitude of its average velocity is, here we use the formula of average velocity to find out. So we got 0.5 average velocity. So here we take two examples to understand what the actual meaning of average velocity. Now we talk about average speed, what it means. So the average speed is calculated by dividing the total distance and the something has travelled by the total amount of time it took it to travel that distance. This is the definition of average velocity. Now we will talk in a short meaning. That average speed is distance upon time. It is an scalar quantity and the SI unit of average speed is meter per second. So this is the simplest case, but What if there is an object that covers part of its journey with one speed and the other part with another speed? Now let us take an example of it. Here we say a train goes from station A to B in 2 minutes and from B to C in 3 minutes. If the distance between any two stations is 6 km, what is the speed of the train? So in this case, here you can't use the formula directly because as you may have observed, the train has a different speed from A to B than from B to C. In this case, when a body has different speed during different parts of the journey, we will define the average speed as average speed is equals to total distance covered throughout the journey upon total time taken from the journey. Let the body cover a distance A in the time t1, then a distance B in time t2 and C in time t3 and so on. There the average speed of the body is found out by the following ratio. Average speed is equals to A plus B plus C and plus so on. Similarly, upon T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus so on. So this is the way how we calculated average speed in such a questions. Now we take some examples in it. Our first example on average speed is a person travels from Mumbai to Goa in exactly 8 hours with a speed of 120 km per hour. From Goa, the person travels to Delhi in 34 hours. If the distance from Goa to Delhi was 2000 km, how long will it take to get from Delhi to Bombay? If the person maintains the speed equal to the average speed, the distance from Delhi to Bombay is 1400 km. In this case, how we calculated our average speed? So, this is a 3-stage journey. We will form a distance speed timetable for every stage of the journey. It should make it easier for us. So here we make a table for this. In this question, we don't have to find the individual speeds for the 2 stages of the journey. We just want the average speed. To find that, we have to find the total distance and the total time. We do have the distance and the time for the second stage. So let us get it from the first stage too. For the first stage, the time can be found by distance, speed into time. Our speed is here 120 km and the time 8 hours. So we got 960 km. So the total distance is here 960 plus 2000, which is 2960 kilometers. Now the total time taken for the journey 8 plus 34 hours, which is 42 hours. The one thing is that always make sure that you check the units. The units throughout the question should be uniform. So in the first case, we got our average speed, which is 2960 upon 42 hours. We got here 72.48 km per hour. This is our average speed for in first case. Thus, this is the speed that the person has to maintain from Delhi to Bombay. The time taken for this journey is distance upon speed. In other words, we can write time taken is equals to 2960 upon 70.48, which is 41.99 hours. Or we can say that 42 hours. So this is our final answer. Here we got average speed as well. Similarly, you can find average velocity or average speed in many questions. But the main thing which you remind in your mind, note all the values properly. So here in this video, you will get brief discussion about average velocity and average speed. You also get many questions or problems related to them. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you liked it, then please subscribe my channel and click the bell icon to get new posts.